A record whispered about in indie rock circles, crowned the holy grail of dream pop, and even Prince couldn't stay away. What secret lullabies, hidden grooves, and clandestine hip-hop pulses lie buried beneath its shimmering haze? Are you ready to uncover the mystery? Hello, night owls, crate diggers, and dreamers. Welcome to Track by Track CD edition here on Culo Sounds, where our spectral host in a ghostly white shroud guides us through sonic relics rescued from physical formats. Tonight's artifact is Heaven or Las Vegas, Cocteau Twins' 6th album, dropped the 17th of September 1990. This episode celebrates the very first US CD pressing, capital 4 AD, stamped by Capital Jacks in Jacksonville, Illinois, a true treasure for purists. That run-out stamped it as a pre-1994 pressing, no IFPI code, meaning the analog master tapes were transferred before universal digital gatekeeping arrived. Every note, breath, and guitar shimmer was immortalized without lossy hierarchies. Recorded at Pete Townshend's converted pirate radio den, September Sound, later Eel Pie Studios, the sessions unfolded amid birth and bereavement. Elizabeth Fraser gave birth to Lucy Bell, Simon Raymond lost his father, and Robin Guthrie programmed drum machine loops he likened to hip-hop rhythms, even as they bloomed into ethereal dreamscapes. The album arrived on record store shelves exactly on Lucy's first birthday, under the shadow of personal loss, yet radiating a luminous new chapter for the band. Track by Track CD edition, Cocteau Twins, Heaven or Las Vegas. 1. Cherry-colored funk. Born of improvisation, Guthrie and Raymond laid down guitars and bass in a single euphoric take. We knew it was special, Simon later said. The first US CD pressing captures that initial bleed of analog warmth before any digital edit. Listen for the gentle tape flutter underneath Fraser's crystalline chords, a subtle warble on sustained notes, like heat haze rising off desert sands. Pitch the Baby, a parenthood lull, written around the arrival of Lucy Bell. Robin's hip-hop inspired beat feels like a cradle rocking in double time, tape hiss riding the rim of the kick drum. The 2-minute MPC 60 loop crackles with tape machine flutter. On CD, it's a perfect shimmering circle. Three. Iceblink Luck. Title is metaphor, and Iceblink is the glare over frozen seas, apt for these bright, crystalline guitar textures. Here, Fraser's vocals glint bright, riding Guthrie's polished arpeggios. Dynamic swell mid-song. Listen for the soft to loud push of the chorus. This track was their first US single, hitting number 4 on Billboard's alternative chart, and their second UK top 40. The CD pressing accentuates that icy sheen, cutting through the mix with precision. Four. 50-50 Clown. Again, zero synths. Again, eschewing keyboards, the synth-like hook was born when Simon plugged his guitar into new rack mount effects, and Guthrie just fiddled with it until a melody emerged. Playful experimentation. Five. Heaven or Las Vegas. Robin unleashed 4 electrics. 59 Jazzmaster, 59 Strat, PRS, and a modified Levinson, and routed them through Marshalls and Gallion-Kruger preamps. His slide solo is often hailed as one of the band's greatest guitar moments. Simon calls him a mix king, a real sonic master, reminding us there are no omnipresent synths here, just guitars sculpted into vast soundscapes. Six. I Wear Your Ring. That French horn is actually Guthrie's guitar through rack effects. At around the 2 mark, you hear what sounds like a brass flourish, but there was no horn in the studio. The bass line locks into place, bouncing off submerged kicks, heart-wrenching bass. Simon says, "I was so excited by the chords I'd created. The bass part just wrote itself." Seven. Fotzepolitic. A cheeky title, literally cunt politics. A private joke that stuck. Beneath playful guitars lies a folk rock strum, a brief sunrise before the album's nocturnal tides. The CD's reflective surface sometimes catches the studio lights, reforging these chiming. Eight. Wolf in the Breast. Picture a midnight studio in Twickenham, Elizabeth cradling Lucy Bell in one arm as Guthrie and Raymond weave their magic. Simon Raymond calls this track one of his personal favorites, a deeply emotional piece that simply writes itself, thanks to the intuitive dance between his bass and Robin's guitars. Lean in, beneath Fraser's glossolalia, you can just make out my baby's cries. A hidden maternal nod slipped into the mix like a secret code. And listen for the unconventional percussion, improvised rattles and a discordant handbell tone that give the song an almost folk ritual feel, rugged at its core, yet swathed in dream pop shimmer. Nine. Road, river and rail. Now we shift to something even more fragile. Road, river and rail is where Elizabeth's voice cracks, raw and unguarded, in moments of pure vulnerability. Simon admits it's one of the hardest songs to revisit, born from the upheaval surrounding his own family's trials. Yet it stands as a triumphant testament. Amidst the glossolalia, Fraser slips in Mother's Daughter, a rare thread of English that quietly honors her journey into motherhood. The result is a song of exhaustion and joy, aching with the weight of life's crossings, roads traveled, rivers crossed, rails laid. It's a deeply human moment in their ethereal catalogue. Ten. Frou-frou foxes in Midsummer Fires. And so we arrive at the closing passage of Heaven or Las Vegas. This is the elegy born of grief and the seed of rebirth. Simon Raymond walked into September Sound sleepless the morning after his father's funeral, piano keys still trembling under his hands. He laid down that haunting opening theme live to 2-inch tape while emotion ran through every note. Then Robin Guthrie draped guitars and drums around that fragile frame, transforming sorrow into something radiant, an elegy and a declaration that creation can rise from loss. Behind the mic, Elizabeth Fraser was 6 months pregnant with Lucy Bell, turning her glossolalic improvisations into lullabies formed in real time. Beneath the song's darker currents, you can almost feel her maternal warmth, a secret cradle song woven into the ether. By the climactic second half, Fraser had layered 6 intertwining vocal overdubs, melding lead and harmony until her voice became pure texture. A shimmering tapestry that carries you through the embers of that midsummer blaze. And of course, the title itself is a playful mystery. Frou-frou foxes in Midsummer Fires means nothing literal, yet conjures images of foxes in frilled frocks dancing through moonlit meadows. Despite its stature, this epic never graced the Twins' touring set. It lay dormant until Fraser resurrected it at the 2012 Meltdown Festival, reimagining its magic for a new audience and reminding us that some songs are too sacred to rush onto stage. Now let it wash over you one last time. Each of these morsels peels back another layer of how Heaven or Las Vegas was crafted. Not just an ethereal masterpiece, but a record brimming with human quirks, studio invention, and unexpected cross-genre resonance. Tonight, we celebrate the CD as ritual. This first press US edition captures the Cocteau Twins at their sonic zenith before loudness wars or digital overshoot. Resolution and clarity. The DAC chain in early 90s pressing plants favored a linear top end. Guitars ring with bell-like clarity, and Fraser's glossolalia floats untouched by vinyl's mechanical rumble. Dynamics and headroom, with roughly 96 dB dynamic range, the CD preserves Guthrie's carefully carved quiet loud contrasts, essential on tracks like Frou-frou Foxes. Jitter and pre-echo. True pre-FPI pressings exhibit minute analog pre-echo on high-energy transients, a subtle hallmark of the laser mastering technique then in use. Influences on Heaven or Las Vegas. Phil Spector's Wall of Sound. Guthrie's guitars cascade like orchestral waves. Post-punk art rock. The textural reporting of Wire and Susie's angular atmospheres. Shoegaze pioneers. My Bloody Valentine swirl gave form to the Twins' reverb kingdoms. Hip-hop's loop ethos. Guthrie's drum machine experiments borrowed the groove-first mentality of late 80s hip-hop, built on SP 1200s and MPC 60S, but drenched in dream pop's haze. Musicians influenced by Heaven or Las Vegas. Prince. Prince admired Cocteau Twins so much that he sampled 50/50 Clown for his Martika-produced single Love Thy Will Be Done, a rare cross-pollination between dream pop and mainstream R&B. Beach House. Legrand's vocals and ambient sheets echo Fraser's glossolalia. Slow dive souvlaki, textures that breathe between pulse and panorama. M83's Saturday's equal sign, Youth. Gonzalez paid homage to the album's 80s tinged dream pop. The Weeknd sampled Cherry-Colored Funk, folding its loop into The Knowing, 2011. Lana Del Rey, Arca, FKA Twigs, all citing Fraser's voices instrument as inspiration. Latin American scene. Gustavo Cerati and his Soda Stereo, Argentina, absorbed this album's ethereal reverb and rhythmic leanings on Dynamo, 1992, Colores Santos, 1992, and Amor Amarillo, 1993. If you love Heaven or Las Vegas, also check out albums that influenced it. The Beach Boys, Pet Sounds, 1966. Phil Spector, presenting the fabulous Ronettes, 1964. Wire, Pink Flag, 1977. My Bloody Valentine, Loveless, 1991. Public Enemy, It Takes a Nation of Millions, 1988. If you love Heaven or Las Vegas, also check out albums influenced by Heaven or Las Vegas, Moose, XYZ, 1992. Love Spirals. Downwards, Edels, 1992. Slow Dive, Souvlaki, 1993. Gustavo Cerati, Amor Amarillo, 1993. Cranes Loved, 1994. Beach House, 7, 2018. Final verdict. Heaven or Las Vegas stands as dream pop's apex, an album of loss and birth, grief and ecstasy, recorded in a studio once owned by a rock god, released on a daughter's birthday and pressed into Ghost on CD. Sound, lush, expansive, with beats that dance between human and machine. And remember Robin's drum machine rituals, 2-minute beat bursts that seeded every track's pulse. from SP 1200 to MPC 60, wiring hip-hop ethos into dream pop's heart. Vocals, Fraser's glossolalia remains unparalleled, a voice liberated from words. Production, Guthrie's sonic mastery, balanced by Simon's melodic bass and Fraser's emotive flights. Rating, 5 out of 5 star. Format pick, this first press US CD for its pristine clarity, collector cred, and that rare analog pre-echo. Thank you for joining Track by Track CD edition. Subscribe for more analog archaeology, where every deep cut finds its moment in the halo of vintage life. Goodbye, brothers and sisters, and keep the laser spinning. See you on our website, coolersounds.com.